Commencing transmission. Engaging scramblers. Proxy chain initialized. And now, live from his hidden base at the Earth's core, the future ruler of Earth, Doomcock.
And so, not content with completely ruining the original Star Wars trilogy by turning Luke into a cowardly deserter who tried to kill his student, then ran away, Han into a deadbeat dad who deserts his family and then dies like a little punk-ass bitch, Leia into a failed leader, and Chewie into Rey's fucking lapdog, the idiot bitch queen of the island of joyless toys, Kathleen Kennedy, decides to take things a step further and ruin Lando as well by turning him into a pansexual horn dog who flirts with Han.
No fucking way. You must have heard that wrong.
No, Harvey. No, it's been confirmed. Polygon reports.
Polygon? What the hell is Polygon?
Apparently, it's a news website where childhood dreams go to die. After being viciously assaulted by Kathleen Kennedy and her new strap-on, fucking Jake Kasdan.
Jake Kasdan? The son of writer Lawrence Kasdan?
That's right. Jake Kasdan, son of Lawrence Kasdan, and the co-writer of Solo, a Star Wars story.
Say, you don't suppose that Jake got the job because of his daddy pulling strings, do you?
Oh, hell no. No, Lawrence Kasdan, the writer of Raiders and Empire and Return of the Jedi and the brilliant Body Heat and Silverado, really needed Jake's probing insights into Han's his character, delving deep into Lando's character, getting to the bottom of Lando, delving into the cracks of their relationship.
Oh, shit.
All of a sudden, good old Larry, I guess, forgot how to write, and so he searched high and low for someone, anyone, with the writing skills needed to make Solo the masterpiece Kathleen Kennedy wanted it to be. And who else could he possibly pick than Jake Kasdan? The only sane choice, given the scope of his literary achievements and the extent of his screenwriting credits.
Oh, and what has Jake written?
Fuck all of note. Zippity fucking doodah. It's pure nepotism, taking work away from actual quality writers. But I guess he was probably able to sharpen Daddy's pencils and bring wonderful new ideas that were put into his head by Kathleen Kennedy to the franchise, like turning Lando into a pansexual and perverting a cinematic friendship we've all known for 40 years into something unrecognizable and disgusting.
Wait now, are you saying that gay love is disgusting?
No, I'm saying it's disgusting to force a sexual component that never was there into a friendship between two beloved characters in what is essentially supposed to be a fairy tale. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, remember that? Star Wars was a simple tale of good versus evil, a colorful, exuberant explosion of cinematic joy. But now it's become a social justice warrior wasteland. I quote from the Polygon article. Questions about Lando's sexuality aren't new. Well, they are fucking new to me, but never mind. But this is one of the first times someone who worked on Star Wars is addressing the conversation. It's understandable. Solo is full of scenes between Han Solo and Lando that can be deemed flirty. Jesus Christ. The two have an unquestionable connection, so Kasdan remarking upon Lando's perceived sexuality makes sense. Kasdan isn't the only person who's worked on Star Wars that thinks it's high time for more LGBTQ representation. The Force Awakens director J.J. Abrams also said he wanted to see more LGBTQ characters while promoting The Force Awakens. It's an ongoing issue, and one that Disney has been criticized for time and time again. The company seems reluctant to include LGBTQ characters in any of its universes, even though same-sex relationships are heavily present in fan-made works. Finn and Poe, for example, are one of the most popular ships in the Star Wars universe. Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes are another popular Disney ship that became so recognizable. A campaign to get them together became a worldwide trend on Twitter, presumably among bastards like Kathleen Kennedy who want to destroy our childhood heroes, twisting them into something unrecognizable that was never there in those characters. Never. According to this article, Jake Kasdan wanted to shoehorn in LGBTQ representation. Oh, it used to be writers wrote characters instead of political representations in support of agendas. They're such shit writers, they couldn't just come up with a new guy, a new character, because that would be too much fucking work. Oh, what to do? I know, says Jake. I'll just pervert Han and Lando's friendship into something sexual. Maybe make Lando a pansexual. Yeah, that's it, a pansexual.
What's a pansexual?
Someone who will fuck kitchen crockery, busts of Greek gods of the forest, bread, though only with mantequilla, pan con mantequilla, loaves of Mrs. Baird's, the 18th hole on a golf course, a waist-high knothole in a tree, Han Solo, Chewbacca, R2-D2's data port, basically anything he can catch. Yeah, that's swell. I've always wanted to have my beloved childhood characters' private sexuality rubbed in my face like a dog turd for the purposes of social justice warrior representation. Representation apparently means distortion and historical revisionism. Yeah, it's so vitally important to have every sexual and racial group represented in every movie, television episode, and commercial. To hell with stories. We haven't got time for that shit, no. We need to make sure that every racial and sexual division is given screen time, even if it stops the plot dead in its tracks, because that worked so well for Rose, didn't it?
What social justice warrior group was she representing?
Asians, Harvey, Asians. Which is perfectly fine, except the weird thing is these social justice warriors always undermine themselves. They're supposed to be combating Asian stereotypes, and what do they have her do? Get in a car wreck. Boom, total, just like that. Is that helpful? It's like when they make Doctor Who a woman, and what's the very first thing she does? She wrecks the TARDIS. As soon as she turns into a woman, she wrecks the TARDIS. You can't make this shit up. What are they thinking? It's hilarious. These are terrible stereotypes, and ostensibly these social justice warriors are trying to present underrepresented demographics as role models. Then Rose gets in a vehicular collision, and Dr. Her crashes the TARDIS, and Mikey Spock, supposed to be a role model for women of color, and yet a more insufferable, smug, unpleasant, incompetent bitch never walked the planet.
You sure about that?
Touché. Yes, Harvey, compared to Mikey Spock, Kathleen Kennedy is a whiter shade of fail. Look at what this idiot has done to Star Wars. She has completely perverted the character of Luke, ruining his triumph at the end of Jedi when he resisted the dark side and declared himself a Jedi like his father before him. No, not so much, as he's moved to the dark side by his big-nosed student, Kylo Ben Solo, a guy so powerful in the Force he gets his ass kicked by a girl with no training at all. Yeah, he's that dangerous, kids. So dangerously not dangerous, He makes Luke briefly turn into Gollum, then run away, allowing the evil Empire and Snoke to rise up, destroy a system, kill Han, who also ran away from his family in the stupidest way possible, i.e., not on the Falcon. What the fuck? He's gonna run away and not take the Falcon? What, did he forget where it was parked? Does that sound like Han, that he'd run out on his friends and forget his ride? How stupid do you think we are? And then just walk up to a crazy evil fuck with a lightsaber and let him stab you like a punk? But no, Kathleen Kennedy has to leave no stone unfucked. Not content at ruining Luke and Han and Leia and Chewie, she turns her attention to Lando and turns him into something he never was. There wasn't one hint that Lando was a pansexual who ever flirted with Han. He was a ladies' man, an old smoothie, lusting after Leia as he rightly should. This is an abomination in a long string of abominations. More virtue signaling, more social justice warrior pandering at the cost of character integrity and franchise continuity. Is there nothing that will be left to us? No franchise, no character, however minor, no memory that will be undefiled by Kathleen Kennedy and her collection of strap-ons. Is nothing sacred anymore? People, Doomcock has to see this movie because it's his sworn duty, but you don't have to. Doomcock is a sentinel at the gates of pop culture, guarding it against corruption and decadence. It is my job to sound alarms and to summon my legions to defend the integrity of our franchises and indeed our civilization itself. But you are free. And so, I am calling for all of you who care about Star Wars to boycott Solo. I know very little about it at this point, but everything that I do know, everything I've seen, is a disgrace. And it's not the first time. Kathleen Kennedy has defiled Star Wars in movie after movie after fucking movie, and the line must be drawn here. Tell Kathleen Kennedy to shove her social justice warrior bullshit once and for all. Boycott Solo. Boycott Star Wars until she is gone and sanity is restored to the galaxy.
Ha 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 ha.